All right, I am going to get going, and obviously I'm sure there'll be people coming in and out and joining us as we go.
Thank
So
you.
welcome to the email automation masterclass. Now, I'm constantly seeing people saying, I'm so busy, I'm spending all my time responding to emails or following clients up or checking whether people got a quote, asking if they want to go ahead with the quote, or managing clients, or trying to chase clients up for those onboarding information. Perhaps you've got online courses and you want to make sure that you are there for your students regularly, reminding them to check into their course. Now, doing that manually is an absolute nightmare. And the good news is you can start outsourcing all of this to a piece of technology which doesn't need to take any kind of sick leave, holiday pay or maternity pay or any of the other stuff. Now, about 5 years ago was when I actually first discovered the life-changing benefits of email automation. And at the time, I had full-time employees, 23 full-time employees in a physical office in Perth, Western Australia. And I was spending well over $50,000 a month in staff salaries and taxes and all of their retirement, superannuation money and everything like that to have them doing basic admin tasks, managing client products, following up with my students, sending out quotes, checking that people got their quotes, all this kind of stuff. That's what I was spending a fortune on. I then discovered this technology and suddenly was able to completely remove that $50,000 overhead and replace it with just a couple of $100 in email automation software. It's great to see some familiar faces coming up on this live stream. Hi, Brendan. So what I really want people to understand here is, first thing people say is, oh no, if I have to get with this like more technology, more software, first of all, there's that initial headache of, I've got to learn all this stuff. The second thing is, I can't afford to have, some more expenses being added to the monthly overheads. But it's really important you understand how email automation set up. You only do it once. You do it once, you set it up, you press active, and now you are literally going to have hours and hours and hours a week that you're wasting, quite literally, on doing all this admin, doing all this basic behind the scenes, wasting your time stuff. It's going to completely transform how many customers you can actually deal with every day, because technology has no limits, right? So you can now scale dramatically and you are not going to burn yourself out. I have 2 young children and I now have over 20,000 students in 146 countries and a done-for-you services agency that turns over 7 figures a year. And I do that from the spare bedroom in my house with only a couple of part-time employees, and I only work half days in the week. And you can do that too, because I've done that using technology, and today I'm going to show you how. So with no further ado, I'm going to share my screen with you, because first of all, I've got a couple of slides. Now you're going to need some pen and paper, so go grab that now. How to use email automation to convert your prospects into customers. Better than that, I'm actually going to talk to you today about how to use email automation to completely change your life. I don't know who is up for a little bit of positive life change, but you're going to get some today. So as I've just discussed, automation is basically automatically doing actions that you have preset in this piece of software. So it could be automatically delivering products. Perhaps you have a lead magnet. Perhaps, you've got some kind of PDF that you give away to people in exchange for their email address, which you should be doing to be growing your email list. Now, the last thing you want to be doing is going onto Facebook and sending that product through email, through Messenger, or getting their email address and manually sending it out to them. I mean, that stuff's going to take you hours and hours of your time. Maybe you have online courses, or you have some kind of digital product that you want to give people access to. Again, you don't want to be sending those access links manually and having an inbox full of people going, hey, can you send me the thing that you mentioned on Facebook? Ain't nobody got time for that. Maybe you want to be checking in with people, checking in with those students. Hey, Sarah, how are you getting on in the online course? Don't forget to log into module 1. Don't forget to log into module 2. If students are completing your online course, they're going to get the results from it that they need, which means they are going to come out with what you promised, which means they're going to love it, give you good testimonials, give you great word of mouth referrals, and that is exactly what is going to make you get more and more business, okay? So you want to be using technology to do that for you. Technology can check where people are in their program, no matter when each individual enrolled, and check in with them based on the dates and the times that you have particularly set. It's going to look like you're in control. They're going to get great customer service experience. They're going to finish their courses. And of course, you can tie in upselling to them at the same time. Now, if they've had a great customer experience, they're going to be more likely to want to buy something else from you. And obviously that whole thing, that whole customer experience, just it looks good. It looks professional, and more importantly, you're not having to do it yourself. So I want you to grab a piece of paper right now, because this bit's really important. This is going to be hard work. The first time you do this, you're going to have to get your head around some new technology, and you're going to have to implement some stuff, right? So when we sit there and look at this technology and go, ugh, I want you to remember this bit. This is really important for you to pin up on your wall after this call. First of all, what is your hourly rate? I want you to write down what your hourly rate is. What is it that you charge your customers or would like to be charging your customers if you were charging an hourly rate? What is your time worth per hour to you? So write down what that rate is, and then try and work out, look at your average week. And I'd like you to write down, how many hours do you spend following up clients? Going through and chasing things up, following it, whatever it might be. Is it onboarding stuff? Is it following up the quote stuff? Is it saying, hey, do you want to join the course? Are you going to come in and join us? How many hours a week do you spend in your inbox just responding to common questions and queries? How many hours a week do you spend on just quoting, writing quotes, filling in quotes, sending them back to the client and following up later? So just quickly write down those numbers right now, and work out how much money you are actually spending, or rather wasting, doing this tech stuff that this piece of technology could do for you. I'd be really interested if in the chat box, could some people just put the figure that they're coming up with per week? What is the per week value that you're spending doing this stuff if you calculate it by your hourly rate? I'd love to see that pop up in the chats. Oops. Come on, give me some chats, see if you can quickly work it out.
Let's see.
Turning your brain on for some maths this morning. $800. Wow, a week. 8 hours. Tony, what do you charge per hour? Give me the financial figure.
Nice.
There you go. So that's sort of just under about $700 a week. Woo! Who else? Just give me some more. Give me some more.
4 times 7 times 5.
Let's have some more in the chat. $300 to $400 a week. Holy macaroni. This is really interesting. Keep going. Give me a few more. Give me a few more. $1,600 a week. About $750 a week. Oh my gosh. Okay, keep going, keep putting them in the chat, but I'm going to move on. I want you to, all of you, calculate this number and put this in the chat. This is insane, and this was exactly what I was doing. So I wasn't just wasting my own time doing this, and I charge $500 an hour for my services. So I was literally wasting tens of thousands of dollars a week in just managing this admin stuff, not to mention then the 50 grand a month on staff salaries. So for me, when I found out that you could get email automation software for $15 a month, $15 a month, I was like, what? I need to learn this stuff and I need to make it happen. And the second I did that, my business grew by like 400% and I got to get rid of all those staff. So let's talk about the number one thing that you need to be doing with email automation. Every single person, this needs to be the first thing you set up. And I'm going to obviously give you a little sneak peek behind the scenes now and just give you a quick demo on doing this. The number one thing that you must have in your business as an email automation is delivering a lead magnet. If you don't have an email list, you have nobody to sell stuff to, okay? I have built a 7-figure business and have 20,000 students in 146 countries without doing paid ads. I do this with my email list. It will be very surprising for people to know my email list is not massive, okay? I've just used lead magnets very effectively to laser target specific people that I know are my target customers. I give them a free thing that only those people are looking for, and then I use email automation to deliver it to them, to nurture them, and to then upsell them to paid stuff. And I don't know about you, but there is nothing I love more than that little beep, 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 beep notification that comes on my phone from Stripe every day, which happens all the time, right? I love that sound so much. I just boop, 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 boop. Oh, it's Stripe. Yes. Okay, so here is what we need to understand when it comes to a lead magnet. First of all, you need to pick a thing that you know your specific target audience want. So as you know, I help people create online courses. So what did I do? I created a little free starter kit, a course creation starter kit that I give to people, which basically comprises of a few videos, of tutorial videos, and a couple of little workbooks. But regardless of what's in it, I picked something that only my audience are going to want. People are only going to want a course creation starter kit if they're thinking about starting an online course. Perfect customer for me. So I want you to think now, what is it that people would like now that you find, you know they're about to start on the journey of whatever it is that you do. If you are, in fact, give me the chat. Let me just give a couple examples. What do you do? Who are you targeting? What do you do? Who are you targeting? Chuck it in the chat right now and I'll see if I can give some examples. Home organization. Awesome. So you might simply steal my idea here. So you might do something like the home organization starter kit or something like that. Teaching animation. Okay, so how to get started teaching animation. It's really, really simple. That is going to target people who, how to get started learning animation creatives or using animation skills. So you're going to be specifically finding people that are at the start of that journey. If the start of their journey, it means they need help with it. So thank you for giving me some examples there. Now, this is really simple to create. I made these little images, first of all, in Canva. So I literally go into Canva, I come up with a simple image. Now I use the template called ebook cover. So let's just go into my Canva and actually show you my screen here. So when you go into Canva, this is fine on the free version. You go to create a design, you search for ebook, comes up with ebook cover. Okay, and then you can add in any kind of images you want. So let's do our home organization lady, because I can't remember the name of who was that? I can't remember. I didn't look at your name. Home organization. Oh, sorry, Norma. Sorry, Norma. I didn't read your name. Right, let's go with Norma's home organization one. Okay, so let's go with home. Let's type in home organize and see what happens. Organize. So I've gone to photos and I'm typing in home organize. I'll see what comes up here, but look, let's pretend I found the right image that I like, okay? So obviously this is kind of the wrong dimensions, but we haven't got time to fluff around. I'm showing you the principles. So let's pretend this is the thing that we wanted. Let's get some text. Let's go add a heading and get started organizing your home. Obviously we would make sure that it was a bit more tidy, a bit more pretty, blah, 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 but you get the point. Principles, not actuals here. So let's pretend that looks amazing. We're going to download that and download that as, let's just do it as a JPEG, that's fine. Now there is a very cool free website I absolutely love and it's called DIYbookcovers.com, DIYbookcovers.com. This is gonna up-level your whole lead magnet situation, guys. This is so freaking cool. So up on the top menu, you've got a thing called book design. Scroll down to 3D mock-ups. So when you see these sexy little pictures here where you've got it in an iPhone and an iPad and a book, and you're like, how do people do this without a graphic designer? Yeah, I'm about to show you. So all you do is you go to step one, choose what thing you want. Do you want a single image? Here's your little iPads or your iPhones or your books. I like to go for composite where you've got the three because I just think more stuff looks like you're getting more stuff, right? So here's the actual one I use. Yeah, so I'm going to click on that. This is free, by the way. This is free. All right, so you click on the one you want, you press next, you upload your image. So we've just had our get started in home organization jobby right here. All right, it's just going to upload. We'll give it a little second while that goes through. Now, while that's just loading, is it going to adjust? Is it doing it? Is it doing it? Let's just try again. Home organization. Upload. Okay, here we go. She done. All right, so it's now uploaded. We press next. And we press get the JPEG. Get ready for this. You're gonna love it. Oh, I can't see anything. Hang on, let's move this out of the way. There it is. So she's downloading over there. Oh, hey. Move you guys out the way. Over there. Check this out. Hold on to your hats. Oh, boom! Woo, woo! I like it. I like it. All right, so there's our thing. That's our free starter kit thing we've just made in Canva, right? That literally took me 2 minutes. Now, how do we actually give this away to people and get their email addresses and auto-deliver it? Glad you asked. I'm going to show you right now. So we are going to go into ActiveCampaign. Now, the reason I use ActiveCampaign is because it is a customer record management system. It is a sales management system. It is an email marketing software. It does every single thing. A lot of people kind of look at the price and go, ooh, it's a bit expensive. I'm like, you're paying for one thing. You don't need a CRM. You don't need sales management. You don't need project management. I manage all my projects, all my people, all their customer records, all their notes files, all the automations, everything, and it starts at $15 a month. That's it. Okay, so I'm not here to I'm not selling ActiveCampaign. Honestly, I just believe it's the best one out there. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we need to actually find a way to collect people's email addresses. All right, so we're going to go to a little button called Forms, because anything that involves people filling in their name or email or filling something in, it's called a form. So we're going to click on Forms. And it's going to give us the option to create a new form. What do you want to call it? The Getting Started Home Organization. I can't spell for the life of me when I'm talking, but I don't care what that looks like. So what do you want to happen when somebody fills in this form? We would like them to subscribe to a list. Which list? Sarah Cordiner. My list is called Sarah Cordiner. Your list would be called your name, whatever. What else do we want to do? Well, I would like to tag this person to know that they have got my free thing. So let's talk about what tagging is. A tag is basically a little note that gets stuck to your person to say what things they've done in your business. So with your free getting started, your free lead magnet thing, basically what it does is it just makes a note and it says, Sarah downloaded the free thing. So let me just show you what this looks like. So add a tag. Now I like to put little square brackets around my tags because when you've got loads and loads and loads, it's really easy to make it all look separated. Otherwise it just kind of all the words flow together. So I do a little square bracket and I'll go downloaded the free home org kit, right? So there's my little note. Now what the system will now do, when I go in and download this as a student, it will basically tag me with a post-it note and it will say, Sarah, I've got too much makeup on. It will say, right, Sarah downloaded the free thing. Now the next thing that happens is I might actually go to your website and look at potentially buying one of your courses. ActiveCampaign will tell you whether or not people have been to a particular web page. So it's going to tag me with that as well. And then it's going to say, Sarah went to the free webinar on how to automate your email automations. So it's going to tag me with that as well. And so basically what will happen is like over a period of time, you can see your people with all these different tags on of everything they've done in your business. Now this is awesome for the future because now let's pretend I create a whole big mama online course on how to organize your home. Right? Well, guess what? The people who are most interested in that are going to be the people who downloaded the free thing, right? About home organizing your home. So I'm going to send out an email saying, Dear ActiveCampaign, only send this email to the people who downloaded the free Get Started Home Organization Kit. Hi, Sarah. I'm aware that you downloaded the free home organization kit. How did you find it? How did it go? P.S. I'm now about to launch this Big Mama course where we're going to organize your entire house. click here to go and buy it. Bam, you're like laser targeting people. So this is why tagging is so important, because you can just like specifically email groups of people on that particular list. So anyway, here we go. Now, as you can see, we've got a couple of options here of what kind of form we want to create. The great thing about ActiveCampaign is it connects with your website. It's super easy. It will connect with your website, and you can have a little bar that kind of just floats along the top menu of your website. This could be a little box that kind of pops up and floats along the bottom, or you have a general pop-up. So this is called modal here, but this is when the big pop-up generally just jumps out at you and says, you know, come and get this free thing now. So you can choose which one you want. I'm not going to connect this to my website right now, so because I'm not selling home organization, but here we go. We're going to pick an inline form, and let me show you what happens with this. We're going to press create. So already we've told the system that when someone fills in this form, we're going to add them to the list and we're going to tag them. Now it's going to take me to the little form editor page, and I'm just going to move this little menu bar over here. And you've got this basic template here. So the first thing I want to do is I actually want to add in, you can actually, I'm going to add in an image. So here's image. I'm going to drag and drop. Boom. All right. So now I can click on here, and I'm going to go and get my sexy little picture that we made earlier. Here's my amazing home organization starter kit. Give my Australian internet a moment to catch up. Where's she gone? Where's she gone? Where's she gone? So I've got like 10 million pictures here. There she is. Choose. So that's uploaded. Oh, look at that. She's looking nice. All right, so now we're going to click on, we want to change this heading. So what we do is go over here and we say, get the free home organization starter kit now. No. All right, and then we can put a little bit of description here. So, you know, I'm just going to put, I normally put something like, what do I put? Where would you like me to send this? Where would you like me to send this? You know, you can, and I will send it to your inbox or whatever you like, okay? Now, you obviously want to collect their name and email address. Now, I like to get first name and drag last name. I also like to make this compulsory. If people are not willing to give me their name, well, we're probably going to struggle to get money out of them if we can't get their name out of them, right? So this is a little test for me, is you click on it and you go required. Go on to last name, I click on it and I say required, and then of course email is required, and you know it's required because it's got that little star there. You can change the color of this submit button. I like to change the word to get it now for free. Make it a really clear call to action. Then we can go to style and we can change the colors and stuff as well. We can change the whole background color of the form. Like at the moment it's white. I can change the background to red. I can change the text color. I can change the button to green. You know, you can do whatever you want. It's just click, 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 click. And when you feel like you're happy with it and you're like, yeah, that's good, you're going to press integrate, and this will give you the link to your form. So you see here there's a button that says link, and it's your URL. Now you copy that, and this is where you start sharing it. So I could now go over to my Facebook. Here we go, and I'm going to put this in my secret concept to course groups. People are like, not like, what's this? So here we go. I would now write something like, hello, here is my free blah, 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 blah. Get it now. And then stick the link in. And it will, if I press post, it will now, it's probably going to be slow internet. That's it. That's all I do. Boom. Look at that. Done. So now my people will be like, oh, that's interesting. I really want to organize my home. So they're going to click on it. And voila, it takes them straight to the form. So at the moment, that's how you create the form. So straight away now, if anybody fills that in, we're going to collect their email and their name. However, we haven't delivered the thing to them yet, right? So how do we do that? Now, there's a number of different ways that we can do it. I'm going to show you the most simplest way without having any technology right now. And I'm going to delete this. And it's going to be like, what's going on? Let's give that a second. Doesn't want to play right now. Delete post. All right. So now I'm going to show you how you actually deliver the thing to them. And this is where our email automation comes in. So I'm just going to check that we had a little, I just saw that we had a little chat come up then. And chat. Revelation. Wow. Yeah, baby. It is a revelation. I know. This stuff's amazing. Okay, so now let's go and learn how to actually send them the thing, shall we? So I'm going to, I like to use Google Docs. Or let's pretend, let's pretend it's a video. Let's pretend your free thing is a video and a document. Let's do that, okay? Your free thing is a video and a document. So what I like to do is I like to go to good old YouTube, because I'm gonna do this now pretending you have nothing set up yet, nothing techie, no expensive systems. Let's go with YouTube because it's free and everyone can set one up right now. So what I would do is I'd go to upload a video and I would set it to unlisted. Now I actually do have an unlisted video right now. I believe it's this one right here. There we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to upload it to YouTube. And you see here it's unlisted. That means the public can't see it, but anyone who has the link can see it, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to right click and get the video URL, okay? So get the video URL. Let's pretend this is my tutorial video on the starter kit to organize my home. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to go over to my ActiveCampaign. I'm just going to exit out of our little form that we've made. And we're going to make a little automation, okay? So this is Automation 101 with the number one thing you need to do. So in your ActiveCampaign, you're going to click on Automations, and you're going to then click the big button that says Create an Automation in the top right-hand side. Now, here's a couple of things I want to show you. I normally always start from scratch. However, there's a whole heap of templates that you can download, but I always start from scratch. The other really cool thing I want to tell you about is that you can import other people's automations. So if somebody like me has spent months and months and months and years and years and years creating and refining an automation that works, I can share the URL with you and it will suck straight in and populate itself into your ActiveCampaign. Boom. Like that's it. You just press import and it's there. So you don't even have to build anything. So that's really, really cool. But we're going to start from scratch because I'm going to show you how this works. So we're going to press start from scratch and continue. And we're going to create our little automatic delivery automation of our free home organization kit. So just give it a minute because my internet's slow. Let's close Canva up. See what else I can close. All right. So the first thing it's going to ask us is what triggers this automation going. So what is the trigger on the gun that needs to make this automation actually fire? I've got a question. Norma's feeling important. Good. I hope you are. So what is the trigger that makes this actually go off? The trigger is that somebody filled in a form, right? So somebody filled the form in to get the free kit. Now that is what fires off this automation. So look, you can make triggers if someone subscribes to a list, if they visit a particular web page. This one's cool, right? Because you connect ActiveCampaign with your website. Let's pretend somebody goes to check out my paid online course but doesn't buy it. I can send those people an email and go, hey, ActiveCampaign, email everyone who looked at this particular page. Hi, Sarah, I see that you looked at the massive online course, How to Organize Your Home, but you didn't buy it yet. Blah, 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 blah. Boom, it's cool. Like you can do it on dates, so it's someone's birthday, or there's a whole heap of things here. But we're going to start this automation when somebody fills in a form. Boom. Continue. Oh, what form? Well, it's the home organization kit. So we're going to press drop down. Now I've got millions of forms. Just give it a minute because it's very slow. What did I call it? Getting started, home organization. So I'm telling ActiveCampaign when somebody fills in this particular form, that is going to be the trigger for this particular sequence. So we're going to press add start. And what do you want to happen when they fill the form in? Well, we'd like to send them an email. Create an email. And you will see with my free course creation starter kit that I simply have all of my documents in Google Drive and my videos on YouTube. And I just literally send them the links in this particular email. So here is your kit. Create And same as writing an email in any platform. It's just like Word, and you simply just go in and put in the links to your stuff. It's as simple as that. So as this loads up, I'll show you kind of the general template that I use. So you want to build your email from scratch. I always go with the newsletter kind of style. It's just easier. Press OK. What do you want the email subject to be? Here is your home organization kit. And I like to put the first name of the person. So this is why I asked for their first name. Here is your home organization kit. You add this little press that little picture of the person. What do you want? Their first name. Press save and close. So when this sends, it will say, here is your home organization kit, Sarah. Oh, how cool is that? Right? It's amazing. So you're going to press continue. Personalization makes people click more. So I try and do it as much as I possibly can. So this will pre-populate with an image. So we can actually change this. So let's edit our image, shall we, to put our sexy little picture. Where's she gone? Loading, 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 loading. Oh, there's our home starter kit. So let's pop that there. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to put in the text for our actual email. So I like to make the text nice and big. And this is where I go, hello, personalize, first name. This is how you get those emails that say, hello, Sarah, hello, Norma. So you go, hello, first name. Thank you for getting the XYZ. Here is your kit. Video tutorial, blah, blah, blah. And then guess what? You just put the link from a YouTube video. It's as simple as that. Hang on, let me just make this a bit bigger for you because it's very, very small. Okay, so you just put the link. Now you need to make sure it hyperlinks. So highlight it, press the little link button, and then just put the link URL in there as well. So now that's literally a clickable link. So here's the video tutorial. I like to make that nice and bold, and you might have the PDF download, for instance. Now, I just simply like to use Google Drive for this. Google Drive is fantastic. So let's go into my Google Drive. Now, what have we got here? So here is, okay, so here's my PowerPoint presentation I'm using for this actual presentation. So what you do is you click on it, you just drag and drop and upload it to your drive. It's free to have this. You right click on it and press share. And then who do you want to share it with? Anyone who has the link. So at the moment, only people in my organization can see this. I'm going to press change, and I'm going to change it to anyone with the link. Give it a second. Taking forever. It will do it in a minute, it's going to load. So it will say in a second, anyone with the link can view. So that's cool. So what we're going to do now is go back to our email and go, here is the downloadable PDF, boom. Or you can even, you don't have to put the full Google URL in there, but I'm going to just for the sake of showing you. Let's just press go. So there's your PDF download, boom. And then you might want to put something like, don't forget to join the Facebook group, blah, 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 blah. Love ya, whatevs. Okay, so you've written your email. Now we're going to press save and exit. And you guys are actually going to try this and see what happens. So what we're going to do first is now we're happy with it all. Look, let me just show you what it says. Oops. Save. Yes, save, 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 save. Why aren't you saving? Okay, cool. So let me show you what this looks like now. So I'm going to call my automation the free home org kit. So what triggers it? So when a contact submits the form, getting started, home organization, then they are sent that email. Now, this is where you can do a couple of extra things. You can go conditions, wait for a specific period of time. This is what I do with one of mine. Wait for 1 day, save. Now, what we can do, and I'm not going to do it right now because we don't have time, we would simply go add a new thing. send them an email. So let's pretend I've pressed send an email. All I do is write another email. It could say, hey Sarah, yesterday you downloaded my Getting Home Started organization kit. Did you like it? Just checking in. Do you have any questions? But for the sake of this exercise, I am simply going to end this automation. Obviously you can make that as long as you want. So once that's finished, there we go. That's what they get. That is the most simple email automation lead magnet delivery. Now you're going to press the big green active button. So now, just for the sake of testing this out, I am going to go and grab that form link again. I'm going to go back to forms. I'm going to go and find my home organization kit here. There it is. I'm going to get the link and I'm going to put it in the chat box. And let's just see now if this works. I want you all to click on the link, fill in your email address and see if you get the home kit delivered to you right now. I'm going to do it as well. See what happens here. So, Sarah. Get it now for free. How personal do the emails look? You can make them look as personal as you want, Brendan. You can write them however you want. You can add whatever images you want. They are very customizable. So let me just see if that got delivered to me. Just going to see if that came through. Who's got it? I'm just stopping sharing my screen because I'm going to my emails. Nobody wants to see that. All right, updates. Has it come through yet? It might take a minute. Yay, I've got it. It says, here is your home organization kit, Sarah. Let me share the screen with you. Share. Oh, where have you all gone? There you are. Share screen. Share. Here we go. So this has been delivered to me. This is exactly what it looks like to the client. Here is your home organization kit, Sarah. There's the nice picture. It says, hello, Sarah. And there's all my clickable links, which take me to my delivery products. And there's the unsubscribe button automatically added, which is another reason why it's so important to have email automation software. So this keeps you compliant and legal under anti-spam law. So there we go. That is how you set up an email automation to deliver a lead magnet. Is that good? Ding, ding, ding. All happy with that? All feeling like you've had a revelation? This is exciting. I know, right? I'm such a geek. I absolutely love this stuff. All right, so we have got exactly 20 minutes left and I haven't even started the presentation. So I'm going to go through and do the next bit with you. So pen and paper. The next thing you want to really work out is what are your products and services, because there is another amazing thing that ActiveCampaign does that basically manages your entire workflow with your customers. So first of all, what are you using to get leads? Well, we've just talked about a lead magnet. So it needs to be something that's really specific, that's going to attract the people that are in the right stage of the journey for them to come to you for the business. Now, when we have the business, is it a product you're going to offer them, like a digital product, a book, an ebook, an online course, something physical? Is it sort of somewhere in between? A product service might be more of a coaching program, something like that. Or is it a service like I have done for you, course creation services? Do you have some kind of service that you provide? So it's really important that first of all you get a really clear idea as to what it is that you are actually selling, because this is what's going to help you now start to automate the entire process. What a lot of us do is act quite reactively. We get a request for something, someone submits a query, we contact them back, they want something special, and we create a whole process just for them. Stop doing that. You are never going to be able to hire staff and automate your business if you are changing the way you deliver your products for everybody. Now, I used to think I can't possibly, create a system for mine because I provide course creation services. Every course is different. It has different lengths. It has different stuff in it. But everyone wants something different. You can. I like you to think of Fiverr. Now, if you've never heard of Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com is a services website where people provide services for $5. like literally any service in the world for $5. And what they do is they say, for $5, you will get the following. They make it really, really easy. So for $5, you get the following. And I started thinking to myself, right, how could I apply the Fiverr principle to my business? So instead of going, you know, I help you create online courses, I went, okay, for X amount of money, I will do the following. So I literally created these little packages and I went, okay, I will, you know, write this many pages, write this many PowerPoint slides, record this many hours worth of video, set up a school to this particular standard. Like you're free to decide what that is, but I went for X amount of money, you get this. For X amount of money, you get this. For XXX amount of money, you get this. I stopped giving my clients the freedom to control me. Ooh, my chair just sunk down. I instead went, I'm in control. These are the products and services I offer. Which one do you want? Simple as that. What that then allowed me to do is create simple instructions for completing X, Y, and Z outcome for X, Y, and Z product. I created instructions. I could then hire people. More importantly, I could then set up automated sequences to manage them. All right. So the simplest version of this kind of process would be, what are all of the products and services you offer? First of all, list them all down. So you'll first of all have all of your free stuff. Then you'll have all of your cheap stuff. Then you have your mid-range priced stuff. Then your high-priced stuff. So that's where I want you to write it all down in kind of like those three to four columns. Free stuff, mid-range, high-priced stuff. What do you offer? Because your goal, obviously, is to get everybody to the high-priced stuff. That is your goal. What is the number one thing you want? Now, for me, I actually have it. It's a funny order. It goes free stuff, mid-price stuff, high-tier stuff, subscription. So my high tier stuff is tens of thousands of dollars. However, my subscription membership is $47 a month. So the price technically goes down, but the lifetime value of that is worth a lot of money. And having lots of people, say you've got 100 people paying you $47 a month, that's $4,700 a month. You've got 200 people paying you $47 a month, that's $9,000 something dollars a month. 500 people paying you $47 a month is like $23,400 a month for doing nothing, for just automatically delivering them a digital product, okay? So for me, I go low priced, mid priced, high priced, subscription. That's my flow. And every single thing I do, there is one goal: to get them to the subscription. I want to take them through that process of small to high to subscription. Everything, every webinar. This particular webinar, you will see at some point I will lead you and offer you the opportunity to come on a subscription. It won't be today, it won't be tomorrow, it will be somewhere down the line. The ultimate goal is to get people on my subscription. So you need to go, what is your number one goal? Because that is what all your automations are going to lead people to. This is going to help you stay laser focused. What is the point of all of this? It's to get them to the ultimate goal, which for me is a subscription. For you might be your high price ticket stuff. So this is an example of what you might do in an automation sequence for a service. You would give them a lead magnet, which gets them on the list. You would then offer them the opportunity to get a quote for the service. You then send them the quote. You then offer them the opportunity to have a free call with you. You then hopefully get an accepted quote. You then start the project gets completed, and then you obviously upsell them to something else. So this is exactly what an email automation sequence will do for you. It will manage this entire process. And this is how I run my business. Now for a product, it might simply be, let's pretend your product is an online course. You send them a lead magnet, and then you automatically give them a special offer. So we're going a bit more into funnels, but you can do this by emails. I send you the lead magnet, and then in that automated reply, it's like, hey Sarah, here's your free thing. Now PS, I've got a whole big online course on this. It's normally $500, but because you've downloaded this free thing, I want you to have it today for $97, but it's only available today. Here's the link to grab it now. An order bump might be that you go, okay, well, why not also add on my book bundle, or why not add this on, or why not add on a coaching call? So that's what we mean by an order bump. It's adding a little extra something on. So that's what your next email will do, is like, hey Sarah, yesterday I saw that you got my $500 course for $97. Would you also like to add on a coaching call to that? That's what I mean by that, is the email that would be sent the next day. Of course, they buy it, so you get that email welcome. So, hey, Sarah, thanks for joining the course for just $97. Here's your login. Here's where you access everything. Here's the secret Facebook group. All that's delivered in that email. And also, there's the progression sequence. So now that email sequence will check in with me daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you decide to set it to make sure I finish my course. And then it will say, congratulations on finishing the online course. Would you like to join the coaching program? Or would you like to keep access to the course and join the academy? Okay, so join the membership program. This is the flow that we're talking about when it comes to these particular sequences. So I've got here obviously the flow that we just created. You create a form, you then send them an email, you wait a certain period of time, you might send them another follow-up email, you might wait a period of time, send them another follow-up email. Now my online courses will check in with people weekly, and then of course at the end we upsell everything to them. So we've already gone through that little example. Here's how I manage this from a services perspective. So inside ActiveCampaign, and I obviously can't show you it for real because I've got a lot of client private information in there. So I've had to kind of blur this out a little bit. Let's put you down here. What you can do inside ActiveCampaign to manage your sales system is have something called pipelines. So now you have worked out what is it that you're selling and what order might people go through in order to complete that whole process. What is the journey that they will go on? So I've worked out that my journey pipeline, my student journey, or my customer journey, my customer pipeline has a number of steps to it. In ActiveCampaign, this is called stages. So stage 1 is they request a quote. Stage 2 is we send them a quote. Stage 3 might be there's kind of a little bit of communication. Maybe they've decided to have a call or a chat with me. Stage 3 or 4, is they accept the project and we're live. Bam, the project is now going ahead. The next stage is that they complete the project. And the final stage is maybe that they actually declined the quote back here, and so we need to close them somehow. So what we do for each of these stages, the first thing you have to decide is, what is my customer journey? What does my pipeline look like? And what are each of my stages? So for you, what are those stages? I'd love you to sit down after this call and write down, okay, so they do this, and then that happens, and then that happens, and then that happens, right the way through from the first minute they contact you to when everything is finished and done. Now, this could be a service, it could be a product, it could be an online course, it could be anything, all right? So I've put the word service here, but replace that word with absolutely anything that applies to your business. So once you've worked out what the stages are, then you're going to work out what the automations are. So if somebody requests a quote from me, what happens now? So normally in the good old days, not so much, it was like them sending an email, hey, I kind of want this thing, I'm not sure what I want, and what's your pricing for that? And then I'd have to go and sit there and work out an approximate special quote just for those people. No, okay, here are the things I offer, and here's how much it is for those things. Think Fiverr mentality. That allowed me to then create an automation. Now I'm going to show you just some of the automations that I have, again, to give you some idea as to what you could do here. Now, I actually do have a virtual assistant. Some of you will have seen her in the Facebook group. She's based in the Philippines. Her name is Febby, and she actually manages a lot of my quoting stuff for me now, because I no longer do custom quotes. It's now really, really easy for her to request a quote. So the first thing I want to show you is how important it is to have a quote form. Now I created a quote request form in ActiveCampaign, okay? So let's go to services, because I got sick of people just saying, like, here's kind of what I'm interested in. Now they have to fill the form in. If they can't be bothered to fill the form in, we're not going to work very well together. So here is a form that I created in ActiveCampaign. Request a quote. What's your name? What's your email address? And then what stuff do you want? Okay, so quite literally, they just tick the box. Here's what I offer. That's it. That's all you get to choose from, okay? So they tick the boxes of all the things that they want to quote for, and then they press get quote. Guess what happens? It triggers an email automation, because remember, when somebody fills in a form, it starts an automation. So let me show you what happens. Now you can't see this very clearly. I've blurred it out a little bit. But what happens when they fill in a quote request is I actually now send a notification. In fact, it's very unclear. Let me just go and actually find the real one for you. let's go to automations, and I'm going to go to quote request. Here we go. So here's a quote request for my course creation services. Let's open this up and show you what it looks like. So what happens is they get a tag, requested a quote for done for you services. Then I notify my VA. So here's the email that she automatically gets. Hi Febby, note that this is an automated message from me. This is a new quote that's come through on my website. Please can you send a quote to the client from Xero with their requested items? All right. So I give her the instructions. It's all nice and clear. She's got the login details to my accounting software. She logs in, and because everything is ticked, did you notice on that quote form, everything has a number? Well, inside my accounting software, all of these items are pre-filled in. So all she has to do is go add E30, add E30B, add E00, boom. She doesn't even have to understand this stuff, right? Anyone can do this. Boom, she just ticks the boxes and press send quote. So behind the scenes in the email automation, let's go back to that. I send them an email straight away saying, thank you very much. I've received your quote request. It will be sent to you shortly. I then wait for one day and I say, have they been added to the quote sent pipeline? Because Febby's instructions are go to, let me go back to here. The quote request form adds them to this pipeline. All she's got to do is drag them. It's just like Trello. She drags them to quote sent. She just goes drag and drop. It's exactly like a Trello card. And guess what happens when they've moved to quote sent? This triggers automation number 2. So let me just again show you what happens here. Did they get their quote sent or not? If they did, I end the automation. If they haven't had their quote sent, I send another notification to Febby, hey Febby, please can you send this quote, like it's urgent. And guess what happens is it then waits another day, checks again, and if Febby hasn't sent the quote, it just keeps reminding her every single day until it's sent, all right? So this is keeping on top of my team. It's keeping on top of my staff. It's making sure my customers get quick, fast responses to what they've asked. It's brilliant. Okay, so what happens next? Well, Febby's now added them to quote sent, so they get put into a brand new automation. So what I've done here is I've now added videos to my emails. So when I showed you that email, we dragged and dropped a pretty picture. Now you can add a video. So I have a video that quite literally goes, hi, thank you so much for requesting a quote. You will find it attached here. Here's what to do with it. Here's how to get back to me, blah, blah, blah. Like I actually have my face in the actual email. And so I won't go into each of these now in too much more detail. Oops, sorry, my screen's going all over the place. But for each of these stages, I now have an automation in place. So obviously when my clients come on board, I have to get information from them. So I've created a form in ActiveCampaign that they have to fill in to give me their login details to their online school, to give me X, Y, and Z content that I need, and that automation will keep reminding them to fill that form in until they fill the form in, right? So I'm not having to wait around for clients to take action. My system stays on top of them. When the project's complete, there's another automation that says, you know, hey Sarah, thank you so much for working with us. It was amazing. Here's an upsell, here's something else you can buy from me. And PS, please can you give me a review? So I request those reviews. Testimonials and reviews are so important. So I give them the link to my Facebook reviews page so they can leave a review on Facebook. And then of course we have an automation for if somebody declines the quote. It pops up, I have a video in it and it says, hi, thank you so much for requesting a quote. Sorry that we can't be the best person to help you right now. You know where we are. Here's some other stuff you can buy from me instead. Okay, some cheaper stuff. So that's just some examples right there. Now I mentioned to you the coolest thing you can do with this is actually import an automation. I give you URL and bam, you can suck those in. So this is obviously where I've got something for you and I haven't even filled this in at sarahcordiner.com/automate. You're going to be pleased to know I've created a whole entire online course on how to actually set up your entire ActiveCampaign, how to set this all up so that it works, how to do all of the things that I've just shown you. I mean, this was a really quick 1 hour. There's an in-depth online course that starts on the 1st of June. I am not only going to give you lifetime access to the online course of how to set your ActiveCampaign up and how to create lead magnets and how to create your pipelines, how to create your stages, how to create automations for each of your stages, all of that stuff. I'm also going to give you 7 7 of my email automations to directly import into your own ActiveCampaign. So if you go to sarahcordiner.com/automate, it will show you everything that you get in here. You get tutorials, all screen demos, click, follow along on setting up your ActiveCampaign, how to set up your lead magnets, how to set up your email welcome sequence so that people get nurtured and upsold to, how to set up those pipelines, how to edit and format your emails so that they look beautiful, and how to set up campaigns for like big launches of products or programs. The other thing that I'm going to give you, this is the bit that's mega expensive in terms of how much I usually charge my clients for this. So I am going to give you the URL to directly import into your email ActiveCampaign a 10-part welcome sequence, all preset. Literally preset. You drag it, you drop it, and you simply edit the content of the emails. I'm going to give you my online course sequence so that you can automatically check in with your students who are on any of your online courses, and you can duplicate these inside your system for all of your online courses. I'm going to give you my quote request sequence. Literally, you're going to import it and fill it in with your own little bits and details. I am going to give you my quote follow-up sequence, import, drag and drop, pre-populated. I'm going to give you my client management sequence. I'm going to give you my quote decline sequence. I'm going to give you my project completed sequence. Now these guys, I normally sell all of these for over $1,000 each in my done for you services, but you're going to learn how to do it yourself. You're going to drag and drop it and be able to use it for life. You're going to import it in. I genuinely, if you fill in my quote request form, sell these for over $1,000 each. So this is over $9,000 worth of stuff, and I'm actually selling it for just $1,500. That's just $1,500 to have all of this completely done for you. You're not going to have to spend any of that time. Now go back to that number you put in your head the other day at the beginning of this workshop, sorry. You will be saving that much money per week, every week, to just get this set up now. It has completely changed my life. It completely changed yours as well. So you can get that 84% off, just $1,500 for all of these email automations directly imported and all of the training. It starts on the 1st of June, and you guys can grab that at sarahcordiner.com/automate. I'm going to go through and answer some questions. Let me have a look what we've got here. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. Questions we have. This is exciting. Thank you. How likely would it be that it will go into their junk inbox? So there's a number of different things that you need to be aware of when it comes to sending emails. It's words that you use. So things like spam inboxes detect words like make lots of money. But the cool thing about ActiveCampaign is it actually, before you send the email, it will tell you if there are any warning words actually in your email. So it will say, oh, this has a 1 point of spam because you've used the word money. If you put exclamation marks in your subject line, it might go to spam. But ActiveCampaign will actually tell you before you send your email if there's any words you need to go back and change. Can you send them a form that registers them as a student on Thinkific? Then they have access to a free course that expires after a certain period of time. Yes, you can. So Thinkific, the online learning management system, directly integrates with ActiveCampaign. They directly connect together. So anytime somebody does something in Thinkific, like join a free course, it will tell ActiveCampaign and you can send them whatever kind of sequence of automations you want. Yes. So Sybil's put in the chat there the link to that, sarahcordiner.com/automate. If you'd like to join that course, it starts on the 1st of June. And you can either pay the one-off $1,500 for all those 7 automations and the whole course for life. Or I also have a payment plan available as well, where you can spread the payment out over 3 months. So if you would prefer to be on a payment plan, let Sybil or I know, and we will send you the link to go on the payment plan as well. But this is going to save you so much time. It's going to save you so much money, and it's going to save you obviously having to waste all the time that you're wasting in managing all of this stuff. It's all customizable and changeable. Now, do I have any more questions before we wrap up? Because I've got another call to go on to now. If you have any questions, please send Sybil or I a message, sybil@maintraining.com.au, and we will get back in touch with you. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you found that helpful. If you have, please do go into my Facebook group and let people know that they need to come and watch the replay. It would be fantastic. I will be making this replay available for everyone else. So if you know anyone, please tag them. I'll give you guys the links to go and share as well. Thank you all very much. I hope that was wonderful for you all, a good spend of your time this morning, and I'll see you all very soon.